It's the right time for Countryside. Get the countryside feeling the minute you enter Countryside Flower Shop and Garden Center.
Welcome to How To Tuesday at Countryside, and my name is Marge, and I'm going to show you our ribbons selection and how to make some bows. The supplies you will need is, besides the ribbon, wire, which I have here, or you can use chenille stems also, which you might find easier to procure. And you need a nice sharp scissor. I usually pre-cut the ribbon because you're buying X number of yards. So I have pre-cut 4 yards here of this narrow number 9 ribbon. Now, to start with, because it's pre-cut, I don't want to start with a tail, because what if I don't end up with that at the end? So we're going to start with the front center of the bow. What I do here is start with the center loop, and I push it together, and I get it in my finger as tight as I can to hold it. Now this is going to be the center loop, and you can just kind of pretend like it's there. And then you start with the first loop. And as I go back, I'm going to make them larger, longer. Now, if I just brought this up, you see what we have? So, the back side. So we have to twist to get the same design on this side. And what I'm trying to do is get this length and this length comparable. And now I have to twist again and make a little bit longer. I don't worry about fluffing it out or making it full at this point. I want to make sure my lengths are correct and even. And now I twist again and twist again, and I have to lift my finger to hold it because you really have to hold tight to it. And now we're increasing again and increasing again until we use up the 4 yards, almost. And you see this side and this side are the same. And looks like we're going to have one more on each side. Now we're down to this much. We could do a lot of different things. We could have long tails like this. We could have 3 tails, and then we'll cut this, which might be very pretty actually with this narrow ribbon. Or we could make more loops and just increase it like that. I wouldn't really want to go much shorter than this for your tail. So I will go ahead and bring this end up into where my hand is holding. Now I've got everything here. Now let me show you here. You lay the chenille right on top of this, where your finger was. Hold on, pull your chenille stem around to the back and twist it. You have to use a little strength with your fingers to do this. If for some reason you really have arthritis, like most of us do, and you don't have it as tight as you wanted, you can crank it. And that tightens the wire up into the bow. Okay? Now we're ready to do some work here. We're going to cut our tails or streamers and turn them to the front. We're going to start with our center loop and leave one on either side. We're going to pull one up, one down, up, one down, one out. And now we're going to do the other side the same way. There you go. That is one bow with 4 yards. I have a wider ribbon in the same design. This is a number 40. And I'm going to do the same thing once more for you to see and remind you how we did this. And then I have another little thing to surprise you with. We're going to start with our center loop. You can call it a nose if you want. And then we start with our loops here. Remember, this side has to equal, or should equal, this side. So we're doing the same thing. And as we work back, we make our loops a little bit longer. And twist and hold. Squeeze, twist, and hold. And here we go for our tails. Here we go. And now we're going to get our hand around this and get this as tight as we can. It's very important that you do that. And then again, crank it to tighten it. Now we're going to cut our tails. And again, we could have skipped one loop and had 3 tails down if we would have preferred that. And these just get pulled apart and fluffed out. We have a number of very good designers in the flower shop, and a number of them are very good at bow making also. But their style is different, and so it's difficult for any of us to make the others' bows in their style. But they do make some very lovely bows in that department. So, okay, now you see the 2 widths and the difference that they look like. And now I want to show you one more thing. I made 4 yards of each of them, but I used them both together in this bow. And I like to work with a lot of different widths and different ribbons together to make some of these bows. I have some ribbons that I want to show you that are just really cool. This one is silver, primarily silver on the one side, but it's gold on the other, and I think it's a very pretty ribbon. This one, our leopard print or animal print, but look at the back. I think it's so cool. And this one is a soft velvety material and it has a beautiful gold background. This is another soft, very soft velvet. But look at the background, how beautiful it is. This one is a red beautiful ribbon, but look at the back on that one. Now, you can do some things interesting besides just making a red bow with a little bit of black showing, or you can make something like this. Now, if I want to show more of the stripe, I'm going to not twist it. I'm going to leave this side out, except now I have to twist it because I want this side out. So you can play with this ribbon and have both of the different designs showing for you. And then you can have the tails alternating, or you can have them both the same. It's just a very fun ribbon to work with. Here's another one yet with Merry Christmas trees on it. Turn it this way. But the back, the beautiful green and black. And this is one that I have just loved because it's just soft like cotton. And it does look like birch. And it mixes very nicely with some of the deer print ribbons and owl print ribbons that we have.